been searching all along, confessing while and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, what else should I be? Please don't take off my mask, revealing dark.
It's Sunday. I'm feeling much better. The Germany episode is finished, so if you're a Patreon person, you can actually watch it right now. I think I'm going to survive whatever illness I had. Still don't know if it was Lyme disease. I'm waiting on the blood test, but they went ahead and started me in the antibiotics anyway, which taking antibiotics isn't great, but they've also given me some probiotics. Hopefully, I don't feel as terrible as I did last week, and I can actually do the things I need to do, because I have like a big video backlog right now. And I need to get all those done, especially the ones that I'm getting paid for. But anyways, before we continue the rest of today's vlog, me and Andrew did a little unboxing. It's actually kind of dull, so. Okay, so as you guys know, I broke the lens that I had and this camera. The camera still kind of works, but this lens, guess how much this lens is? Well, first let's take it out. Let's just show you what it is. The Sony 50mm f1.8. Do you know how much the other one costs?
It's like 400, right?
Oh my God.
800?
You poor soul. Yeah, 800. Okay, how much was this one, you think?
Say 450.
200.
200.
And apparently it doesn't have stabilization, it's not as sharp, and the autofocus is really loud. But other than that, it's supposed to be really, really good, so. The sharpness, from everything I've seen, it's only the very corners that are not as sharp, and it's still super sharp.
It's 4K anyway.
Yeah.
It's like toy, matey.
Even the manual focus is loud. Can you hear that?
Is the rack focus easier to do at least?
It actually seems like it's slightly easier. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, it would cost $500 to fix it. So,
Oh wow. Yeah,
$500 versus $200, I think.
no, this looks so great. I mean,
Looks like a 50mm, right?
I guess the field is almost too.
Yeah, it's super shallow. Okay, cool, that's it. And now, day one of the long lost Germany vlog. So, you should probably see the episode before you watch these vlogs, but if you haven't, it's not a huge deal. Or if you don't even watch the Adventure Archives, also not a huge deal.
This is the start of our hike, and it's next to this lake called the Eisvog. And look how awesome this station looks. I think this is an old train station right here. And then maybe this bridge above is the currently running one. Or maybe they have like some sort of train you can ride for fun here or something. This will make a good campsite. Yeah, so the map goes back here a little bit and then it dead ends. This is where we keep going. I didn't have any expectations in particular in mind before we came here, but this is like exactly what I could have hoped for. Abandoned railroad, old lake called the Eisvog, bricks and stuff. This is our first trail junction. The Eisvog. It's for parking. That's where we came from. Our trail continues over there. these bird feeders or something up here. I don't know exactly what they are. I just realized that these types of forests are where fairy tales originated from. This is exactly where the people who would write a fairy tale would be at. Which is interesting because this isn't creepy at all. It's like very nice, very peaceful. But I think of fairy tales as like creepy and scary sometimes, especially when it deals with the woods. So here, there's a lot of forest roads too. It's not just trails. So like these, I think you can actually have cars and stuff on, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But over here, you can see the trailblazes for where we're going. So the lake was back in that direction. That's where we just came from. We're gonna head back towards the road here and cross over it once again. We're taking a break next to this abandoned pile of logs. Oh, there's a huge one right there, yeah. There's a small one right there. And there's another one over there.
Hi, I'm Rick Steves. Today, we're taking a break in the Palatinate Forest.
Drunk in Europe. Wow, it doesn't get any more peaceful than this. Holy cow, dude. We're at another fork here. I believe this is where we're going. Inkenbach, or at least that's the area. Looks like Gerudo Desert or something. It's so interesting how every place we go to is just completely unique. Like even if they're similar, they still are very characteristically unique. Must be a lot of mountain bikers. I don't know if this is necessarily a bad or a good thing, but when I was a kid, I always thought it was weird that I was never satisfied with anything forever. So like, if you get a new video game, you feel like this is the only video game I'm gonna need for the rest of my life. And then at some point, you're like, well, I'm bored of this game, I wanna play a new game. And now I actually kind of think that that's like, well, like I said, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but I use that unsatisfaction to push myself to explore new things. Because that's when I feel the happiest, is when I'm doing something new or something that I've done before in a different way. So whenever we come to a new place like this, it's very exciting. And it's so, I don't know what the word is. It's the opposite of boredom though. Has the only people we've seen been that one couple from before and these two people we saw just now with dogs, right?
Yeah.
Wow, it has been incredibly secluded. Once I knew that we weren't gonna do mountains and stuff, this is actually fairly close to what I had hoped for. Just like an interesting looking forest that's different from what we've normally done. This is the first time we've used an app that has offline maps, and Johan told us about this app. And man, this is also the first time that we've ever had a map where when we look at it, the distance is about the same in real life as what we think it should be on the map. So it's like if we look at an area, we're like, oh, that'll probably take us like 20 minutes. It actually takes us 20 minutes, which is a very nice change of pace. It's usually the exact opposite. It's the Orangina bottle. How good an Orangina sounds right now.
Both the orange and the gin.
So we're going to go see a secret right now. You won't see it on the vlog, but you'll see it in the full episode. It could have something to do with those logs. Did you know what the nature of being human is? Is that you can't want what you can have. Yeah. You only want what you can't have. Like, there's a watermelon sitting back at our Airbnb that I really would like to eat right now, but yesterday I didn't want it. It's so unfortunate. We're very close to our campsite here, and over here, there's a memorial that has something to do with the courts. But it looks just like something out of Zelda or the Jedi Council or something. No matter where in the world you are, you always find the same humor. These trails and campsites and stuff, They're so close to civilization that honestly, if we wanted to, we could just go to the beer garden tonight, have dinner there, and then come back to the campsite. But should we do that? Should we just go back and get Brian? Maybe not. At this campsite, there's like all these little birds and stuff just scurrying around. There was a lizard earlier, but I couldn't see exactly what it was. Hear that? It's the first morning. We're in not a sorry shape, but what's one rung above sorry? Pathetic, yeah. I'm partway sick. Brian, I think, is in the middle of the sickness. And Andrew has some stomach cramps. Yet, we're in Germany, and there's nothing to be done but to continue hiking. So that's what we'll do. It is substantially hotter than it was yesterday. In the shade, it's not too bad, but in the sun, it's kind of brutal. But we're trekking along. And like I was saying yesterday, the amount of hiking distance on the map, it's like you look at it and you're like, okay, that's not too bad. And then in real life, it's actually not too bad. It's like the first time that's ever happened.
That's something very fairy tale-esque. Are the multiple signs at a fork in the road?
Yeah.
Go this way, or meet certain doom.
Yo, in the sun, this is like the deserts of hell. Anyways, we're gonna make a beeline for the campsite. We thought about going to a bed and breakfast, but we don't know if we have enough money. We don't have signal to contact the place. So we're gonna do the safe route and just get to the campsite if we make it that far. The death march continues. Found a hut back there. Doesn't seem to serve any purpose though. Is you can't get to it from over there. You have to get to it from over here somehow. Maybe that building we saw is actually an underground tunnel or something. Or not. What is this then? Maybe this is like a drainage facility or something. Man, I don't know what's going on. It's a manhole. If you're watching this, that means that a Germany episode is out, and we have just come out into the city after the second day. Found the campsite, but we decided to give up because we didn't have any water. We got 2 sick people, and we've got a restaurant and a hotel waiting for us in this city. And look at this area. Isn't this like out of like a, what's that movie? Singing in the Alps or whatever. Sound of Music. Dude, this place looks just like Japan. Like even like the same like very clean streets, clean homes, close quarters. This is awesome. Okay, so to continue the secret vlog, we are currently at a restaurant. The hotel had no vacancies. This seems to be an Italian restaurant, and our choices now are either to go back to the campsite, walk an hour to Eisenberg for another hotel, or hope that Johan replies and can bring us back to Kaiserslautern. First things first, we're gonna eat though. I'm pretty hungry right now, and like this is kind of a dire situation, but I think this is the best pizza I've ever had. The thing I always always think about, like, when I go anywhere, like even my like own hometown, was what is everybody doing? You know, like as a tourist, like you come here and you know that you're just traveling and everything. So like everything's new, everything's interesting. But like to these people who live here, this is all boring, this is every day. Well, what do they do every day? Like I could tell you what I do every day, but it's like as boring as you would imagine. So maybe it's just the same for everybody. People just living their lives. I guess so. We're back in the Airbnb now. Brian, I think the little color has returned to his face.
I don't know what we've shown, but tomorrow we're gonna try to go to a castle to try and make up for the lack of a final day camping. Another shout out to Johan. Thank you, you are a lifesaver. You know, Adventure Archives would have ended if it weren't for him. We would just be dead somewhere in Germany. There'd be no more show. This is a secret vlog, so there will be another secret vlog tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Welcome back to the secret vlog. We're going up the castle ruins right now. I think it just rings once every hour, yeah. I think we've found a way to salvage the episode, so if you're watching this, you know if we succeeded or not. I love German towns. I mean, I just love country towns in general, like places that are very foreign to you. You go there and there's like barely anybody outside. The sun is blazing. It says Bellheimer Lord up there. What a peaceful town.
This is McDonald's next value menu item.
I didn't know there were German malls. I thought that was only an American thing. Nail place.
Okay, so obviously now I'm back from Germany. The rest of that vlog you can actually see at the end of the episode. It's in the credits. Sorry for splitting it up like this. I could have found some better way to do it, but I, for some reason, did it like this. Now, with any luck, the vlog should now be back to normal. I'm not planning on doing any traveling, but my buddy Michael is coming to Florida in like October or November, so I might go visit him then. But man, I just really miss being able to do the vlog because making videos is kind of like my evergreen entertainment. I know for a lot of people, like editing is like the worst part. It's like, oh God, I gotta slog through editing, and then that's not the fun part for them. That is literally my favorite part. And I don't know how it got to that point. It's so much fun every time. It's like opening a present. Okay, so one more vlog thing. I have not responded to comments in weeks. I just wanna say I apologize for that. So if you've had a comment or a question that I haven't answered for weeks and weeks, please leave it in this particular video and I will answer it. I will respond to every comment in this video, guaranteed. So anyways, in general, I don't regret things that I've done in my life, but there is one thing, and it's not one particular incident, it's one type of thing that I've done in my life that I regret, and I don't care what it would take, I would absolutely change it. Like most of the things in my life, I'd be like, nah, I wouldn't change it, even though it sucked. This, I would change. The one thing that I've done in my life that I regret is when I treated somebody badly or made fun of them for no reason. Or when I didn't stand up for somebody when they were being made fun of or treated badly for no reason. Now, the worst example is the way that I treated my brother growing up. We got along plenty, but like sometimes I would just be so mean to him and like make fun of him for no reason. And to my knowledge, he never did it back. The only time I can remember is when we went to Germany together. This was when we were adults. Well, he was more of an adult than I was, but while we were in Germany, he was hanging out with one of his friends who he went to school with, and then when he came back to the hostel, he treated me like crap. He like threw a cinnamon bun at my face. It was actually kind of funny, but it was really annoying. But like, I remember in school, there was this one girl who for some reason people just wanted to make fun of her. They wouldn't like make fun of her to her face, but they would like to talk about her behind her back for no reason. Like, she didn't do anything to anyone. And she was a perfectly nice person. And I never defended her when people were talking about her. And my memory is that I didn't pitch in and make fun of her also, but I almost certainly did. Or like the time when I was like in kindergarten or so, for some reason while I was playing in the neighborhood, I hit this kid with like a wadded up t-shirt, and then my mom made me go apologize to him afterwards, which I'm really glad she did. But I don't know why I did it. Like, to this day, it's like, why was I being such a piece of crap? And like, sometimes I think about like these videos that I make where I'm telling people like my life philosophies, and I'm like, oh, like this, and we can all be. Whenever I think about the fact that I've done like bad things to people, and I think of them watching my videos now, I'm just like, I know it looks super disingenuous whenever I say like anything about being a nice person, because to you, I'm a terrible person, and I totally get that. And I just wanna like apologize to all of them and be like, I don't know why I did that. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what the reasons for it were, but it's just like baffling that I could behave like that. Like, the things that I've done in my life, I almost never regret them. Like, they've made me into who I am now. But the bad things that I've done to other people that have made them feel bad, I don't care if it has made me a better person. I still would take it back if I could, so that I wouldn't affect those people. Like, who knows what damage I've done to my brother? Or it's like, I've never talked about this in video before, but when I was a kid, I treated Andrew like crap. Although in my defense on that one, he was as much a spoiled brat as I was at the time. It was only like when he was like up until like maybe 3 or 4 years old. And we've been like best friends since then, but I still feel really bad about that. But those are things that I regret that I would take back if I could. And I'm sure you guys will say like, oh, well, those taught you lessons to not be a bad person later, and you're probably right. But still, you know, it's like, I want to learn those lessons without affecting other people. I'm okay affecting myself. Like that time I punched a wall and I broke my hand. Okay, that was a dumb thing. I learned my lesson. It only affected me, really. I mean, cost my parents some money. But the only person who had to live with the consequences of his right hand being smaller than his left hand is me. So anyways, those of you who I've treated badly and you're actually seeing this video, I am truly sorry. I'm trying to improve as a human being every day. And hopefully I've at least gotten beyond the point of making fun of people for no reason. And I will stand up for people when you're like, God, man, it's like, remember that opening scene of Lost?
Stay away from the gas! Stay there!
All of the people are like screaming and there's like shrapnel flying, and then some people are just like dazed and confused. And then there's a few people who are running around helping people. After seeing that, I was like, okay, I'm going to make a conscious thought in my mind now. If I'm ever in that situation, I'm going to collect myself and be one of the helpers and not be one of the people who just sit there and let their automatic responses take over. And it's like, it's so easy to ignore other people in pain if it's not yourself being affected. And there's been too many times where I've done that, and I just like have been standing there as somebody else is making fun of somebody else. And well, that hasn't happened in a long time because I haven't been in school in a long time. But back, I don't know, I just still think about it to this day. I'm like, why didn't I say something? Why didn't I do something? These are kind of two separate thoughts. But anyways, I'm truly rambling now. You guys got my point. Okay, I literally just edited that. What on earth is this noise? Listen, look. There's some noise right when I lift my finger, and I don't know what that is. That's weird. Okay, this has somehow become a 25-minute vlog. Hopefully that'll make up for the long time that I've been absent. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, I hope. If not, then...
Just wait longer.
So I had a headache all through the night. I think it was altitude sickness. And then I had an incident in my tent, but that went really well actually.